welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And man, the Final Four actually been pretty entertaining so far, man. To be honest with you, I feel a little bad for Villanova though, because it always hurts when you lose, one of your key players. Then you have to play in a major game because you kind of just feel like you really didn't get a fair shot, man. And I think they did the best they could do against Kansas. They tried, man, but they just was outgunned, and Kansas is playing hot. They playing really well, and for me, that's who I actually want to see win the championship now, because I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't want to see North Carolina win another one this quickly, because me being a Kentucky fan, I feel like there's a lot of disrespect that's being hurled towards my Kentucky Wildcats right now, right? And it's starting to really piss me off, because I feel like a lot of these schools, even Louisville, man, they starting to look at us, a little funny, feel like they can get all the jokes off. They keep talking about my coach all the time. It's just a whole lot of trash talk going on right now, man, and I ain't a fan of it. Because at the end of the day, Kentucky still got more championships than North Carolina, Duke, and Kansas. And we smacked North Carolina and Kansas this year. And that's one of the main reasons why I felt like I felt like we had a chance at this championship. I felt like we was gonna hang number 9. We just had a lot of big signature wins or statement wins. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call North Carolina a signature win, because up until the tournament they were struggling, like they barely squeaked in. So I ain't gonna call it a signature win, but I'll call it a statement win, because we definitely made a statement to North Carolina. And it's just kind of like I said, even Louisville, man. Like Louisville can't even play in the tournament, and they still talking a lot of trash right now. They done hired a new coach. Took our guy, Kenny Payne, and now they excited. They feel like the program is going to be back to whatever they thought it was. I mean, it wasn't that impressive of a program to begin with, but whatever level they thought they was on, they feel like they back at it now. And like I said, man, I'm starting to get disgusted by all these other fan bases, man. They starting to get under my skin. So, I got to wait and see how things play out. Coach K stepping down. We got to see what Shire's going to be able to do with Duke. Hubert Davis done took over. He done took his team to the championship game his first year. But, I still got to see some more, because I seen this story play out of Kentucky. See, Tubby Smith took over for Rick Pitino, and he took us straight to the championship, hung a banner for us. And then, we never was able to get back. The program started to fall off. And that's ultimately what led us getting to Calipari. We had the little moment with Billy Gillispie. But ultimately, the fact that Tubby wasn't able to get back to the Final Four and the program started to, trend downward is why we ended up with Calipari. And Calipari lifted us up immediately. Like immediately, he brought us back to being a national power again. But slowly but surely, the vibes are starting to come back again, man. It's starting to look like Kentucky's trending downward. We ain't really had much success lately. We had the last several years have been pretty rocky for for Kentucky right now. And it started to, it's opened up the door for a lot of these other programs to start, trying to play a little catch up. And they starting to feel like they really got, Like they really can stand on the same level with Kentucky. Duke didn't even win his first championship till like 91. They really knew at winning, but they have won a lot since 91. And everybody likes to point out that Kentucky's only had one championship in like 20 something years, like 22 years or something like that. And even though our last championship was in 2012, it just feels like it was so long ago, man. It feels like it's too long. And it's really disappointing because both of the teams playing for the championship, we handled them. Like we beat them into the dirt this year. So it does kind of break my heart a little bit. Like I'm not even going to sit up here and lie to you. Like I feel like we should be in this championship game. Like we should have been the one that ended Coach K's career. I know North Carolina's their rival. I know it meant a lot to that school. But I would have had loved for Kentucky to been the one to put Coach K in the dirt so he can take his final nap. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But Kentucky's got to get back in the mix. And I feel like now is the perfect time for us to try to rise above because, like I said, I got to see what these other coaches are going to be able to sustain. I know Hubert Davis had success this year, but it was a rocky year. It started off real bad. A lot of his fans was questioning him, questioning if he should even be the coach. He was wearing the Vans instead of the Jordans. They wasn't feeling that. Then once he started wearing more brand Jordan gear, his team went up and they got hot. And they probably was one of the hottest teams I ever seen that end of the season. Because you go from like being on the bubble initially to being in the championship game, man, that's pretty unheard of. If I wasn't if they wasn't in a position to hang number 7, I might congratulate North Carolina, man. But since they in a position to where they could end up only having one less championship than my Wildcats, I'm not gonna congratulate them. So sorry. I've tried to be unbiased this week. I did the best I could, man, but I'm not giving out too many more compliments. But I will say, watching the North Carolina and Duke game, it was a pretty entertaining game. I'm not gonna lie. I wish both teams would have been able to lose somehow, but they weren't. One of them had to win, and it ended up being North Carolina. And it just came down to just a few little plays made here and there, couple little missed free throws here and there, and the game really could have went either way. To be honest with you, it was right there for either team to grab, and fortunately for North Carolina, they was able to just make enough baskets, and get out of there with the W, man. And that's a pretty big deal for that school because they kind of made some light history, man. And it is like I said, I don't want to give too many compliments, but I'm gonna give you one more. That was a pretty big deal to me that you was able to give Coach K his last regular season loss, a devastating one, destroyed him. Then stop him in his last game again from going to the championship and possibly getting another banner before he retires. Big. So I tip my hat to North Carolina, man. Y'all got in the tournament and y'all really did y'all's thing. But I think now it's time for Kansas to end the North Carolina run, man. Y'all just been a little too hot, man, and it's time for y'all to have a down-to-earth game. North Carolina wasn't a good team this year. They was a below-average team for the majority of this season, and now it's time to get back to being who you really are. You below average. And yes, I'm hating because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see all of the people online commenting about how great North Carolina is. Like, I'm done with North Carolina for this season. Duke's out of there. Tennessee out of there. Louisville, They wasn't even there to begin with. And now I need North Carolina to just sit on down, man, because I'm not trying to see y'all get that seventh banner. So now I need Kansas to step up and do what everybody's been trying to do, and that's put North Carolina back in their place, man. It's up to you, Kansas. I'm counting on you, and I'm gonna predict. I feel like it's gonna be a very exciting game. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of running, a lot of transition, and I'm gonna say Kansas 85, UNC 80, Kansas Jayhawks, the 2002 national champions. And don't get it twisted, I don't like Kansas either, but if they get their fourth championship, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know, they still have to run it back 4 more times. And I don't see that happening very often. Or I wouldn't bet that they would be able to do that again, because Kansas is known for flopping a lot as well. But I need them to make it happen tomorrow. I need them to get busy, man. I need them to do their thing, man, and hold, Armando Bacot. They got to keep him off the glass, man, because he's just too active. He makes a lot happen, man. He's kind of like, Oscar Tshiebwe for Kentucky, man. Like, he bails them out a lot. When they make mistakes, when they miss a lot of baskets, like, he just be there to just clean up the glass, man. And Kansas is going to have to keep that boy off the glass because, if you keep on giving him second chance buckets, then you're probably going to lose. I think he might have had, I can't remember, but he had an insane amount of rebounds last night. He even was injured for a quick second, and, I think he, stepped on one of his own teammates' ankle, and it looked kind of like he might have, sprained his ankle. And as soon as I seen that, I thought North Carolina was done. I said, oh, man, it's going to be a wrap. If they don't got that boy to help clean it, clean that glass like he do, it's going to be a wrap. But he kept playing. So, we'll just have to see, if it was serious or if he's going to be able to play. If he's full strength, Kansas will have their hands full. But if he's injured, it'll be Kansas's time to step on their neck, man, and not give him a shot. But anyways, man, we'll see. It's been a great tournament. This year I didn't watch as much of the top 25 teams as I would have liked to. That's why I didn't fill out a bracket. I mostly just watched Kentucky. And I'm going to try next year to try to watch at least 2 or 3 top 25 games a week outside of Kentucky, so that I have a little bit better gauge on what the teams are, what they're capable of. Not necessarily so I can fill out a bracket, but just so I can, know what's really going on, because I feel like I wasn't really plugged in as much this year. So I'm gonna try to get back to that next year. But yeah, man, it's just been a great tournament so far. It's NCAA tournament, man. It's just one of the best. It's one of the best experiences in sports to me, because you already at a disadvantage because it's a single elimination tournament. You gotta play a lot of games at neutral sites. You gotta win a lot of games in a row, man. I would still say the NFL is the most competitive league, but even the NFL, you don't have quite as many games to win to get to the Super Bowl and win a championship as you do in college. And they call it March Madness for a reason, because it's just always something that happens that just throws everything off. And unfortunately, this year it was my Kentucky Wildcats. First round, eliminated by St. Peter's, threw off tons of brackets, I'm sure. And but that's just how it goes, man. That's just a part of it. But we'll see, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Kansas take this championship home, man. Y'all let me know is Kansas gonna be able to stop North Carolina, or is it just, they just caught fire and they just too hot? Hopefully Kansas will do their thing. But you let me know what you think. And always, like, comment, subscribe, share. You check me out also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. So just stay plugged in with me, man, and let me know what you think about this tournament. And we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.